Hello. Welcome to my General Chemistry 101 lab. It is a pleasure to have you in my class. This is a very short, brief introduction. My name is Kamala Bhatt. I'm your instructor for this course. During this course, we will be doing about 12 labs. And if you go through each of the sections under the content, you will find the weekly assignments that are assigned for the week. Please make sure that you complete all the lab reports as required. Perform the experiment as shown through a YouTube link, and then ensure that you have included the homework. Make it like a small package and submit it. In this way, all the labs that are assigned for the semester are open from day one. However, the due dates are different, so please make sure that you follow the due dates and submit it prior to the due date so that there is no discrepancy or late submission of your assignments that are there. Depending upon the length of the semester, either you will be asked to submit 2 lab reports per week or a single lab report per week. This particular lab must go concurrently with your lecture notes so that if you look at it, the contents are very similar to what is in the lecture. In the lecture class, you get the theory, and in the lab class, you are provided with the application and the techniques to measure the data that is required. And therefore, I do suggest that you follow the textbook for the lecture class very closely. Now, if you look at the overall picture, the labs can be separated into a few blocks that are there. First is the general information on how to take measurements using balance and for solids, volume for liquids. And then you will have 3 or 4 experiments that are based on different separation techniques so that you can get pure substances from the mixture and then calculate the percentage. After that, you will be assigned how to do the determination of a formula of a compound or the percentage of an element in a particular compound. Followed by then some simple chemical reactions, and then of course how to standardize your solutions and do some analysis work that normally is completes the experiment, with the last set being done on heat experiments from chapter number 5. So generally in this particular lab session, the general chemistry course content from chapter number 1 through 5 is completed, because the rest 6, 7, and 8 are basically a theoretical part of chemistry that is them. So you are supposed to go through all the work, make sure everything is in the format that is required. Also, how to write a lab report is available for the students so that you have a general basic template, and how to write a lab report. A part of it I have written and shown under the lab report title as stated how to write a lab report. Generally, the lab report consists of the experiment number, your name, title of the experiment, the date on which it was performed. It will include the following subtitles: introduction of the experiment, then what is the main objective of the experiment, followed by materials and equipment required for that experiment, and then the procedure, how you carried out the experiment. What are the data that was collected or observations that was collected? How these collected data was analyzed to obtain your results under calculations. after which you complete the experiment by including the result, discussion, and conclusion. The result must follow the objectives of the experiment that you have performed. Write the result down. Then you go back, look at it. What was the main objective of the experiment? Explain under discussions whether you got the results or not. Then, under conclusion, in a line, you say how the experiment was performed, what was the result obtained, and what discussion was there. And after that discussion is over, then you attach the homework for that particular experiment, which is also available under the heading of experiment number and the homework that is there. So open that, answer the questions over there so that one knows whether you have understood the application of the analysis process that was conducted during the experiment. And this will give you a nice review of what type of problems are associated with that particular type of experiment that you did. And then once everything is completed, save it as a Word document, and then save it on your computer, then upload the same document under the acknowledgement Dropbox in the specific subfolder and before the due date so that I can grade it and assign the scores for the experiment that is there. The semester will consist during the semester we will be doing two exams, the midterm exam and the final exam. Prior to the midterm exam, hopefully I will be in a position to set up a practice exam so that you have an idea of what type of questions will be coming, and so too during the final exam. And the grading policy is that 75% of your lab reports will be considered as 75% of your semester grade, and 25% will come from your midterm and final exam. Some of those two will be used to assign the respective grades that are there. Beyond that, I don't think I have anything more to say. Just once again, welcome, and I hope you enjoy the lab, which is really fun to do. And they're short, but they are fun to handle. And so once you set up the lab on your computer, you can follow the instructions and do it. And with that, I will stop the session, and we'll meet again later on, should there be a need. Bye-bye.